Hello everyone. Today let's focus on one very important question which we can get in interviews, which is difference between group by and window function. This is one of the very common question which I have been asked many times. So let's solve this for one and all. So before solving this, what I will like to say you that we will solve this, understand this based on the table which we have. So you can see there is a table on the screen. We have 4 columns over here. The first column is sales ID, branch, sales month, profit. Okay, so sale ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a common index column which we used to have. Branch is actually different branch which we have. We can see there are 3 different branch A, B, and C. Sale month is month-wise details of the sale. For branch A in January month, what was the sale? What was the profit? We can say profit is there. For Feb month, what is the profit? For March month, what is the profit? Same goes for branch B and branch C. Okay. Now, one very important thing is that which I keep in mind when I try to figure out what is when to use group by, when to use window. If I need a row level granularity, then I will go for window function. If I don't need a row level granularity, then I can think of group by. By row level granularity means if I need all these rows along with the aggregation which we can do. So basically we use group by on window to aggregate some numeric field like profit aggregation, maybe sum, maybe average, maybe max, min, whatever. So if I need a row level granularity, I will go for window function. By this means that I need the sum of branch A, but I also need the row level details. And by group by, I don't want the detail. I just want a summary. Like for branch A, what is the sum of profit? For branch B, what is the sum of the profit? For branch C, what is the sum of the profit? So somehow group by actually never maintains the granularity. It decreases the granularity, summarizes the result, and gives us the value. However, window function gives us the summary as well as maintain the detail of the table. Like if I want to know the profit of this using window function, what will actually happen if I use sum using the window function? I'll get sum of based on branch. The sum of branch A will be 3000 on first row, 3000 on second row, 3000 on third row. I'm having 3000 in every row. But for branch B, I'll see 4500 in first row, 4500 in second row. If I add an extra column of window function, let us say sum. Okay. Same goes for C. Now I have written some points here so that you can also have a grasp on it. So group by actually aggregates row into 1 row per group. Example, 1 row per department. As I was saying, sum of branch, sum branch wise, sum of the profit branch wise. Original row level detail is lost. You only see the summary. Used for reports like total salary per department, count of order per customer. These are 2 normal examples. We can also use in many other ways. But if we don't, we want a summary, we don't want the details, we can go over here for group by. But let us suppose what window function has to offer. Do not change the number of rows, each original row remains. As I have said earlier, that when you apply window function, all these rows will be there, and beside that there will be 1 column added extra for that window function, and we will have the detail. I am considering sum, so I'll have 3000, 3000, 3000 over here, then 4500, 4500 over here, and then 3000, 3000, 3000 over here. Compute aggregates over a window defined by partition by group and order by ordering inside group. Used when you need both detail and summary together in every row, running totals, rank per group, percent, 1 minute, percent of total, etc. So compute aggregates over a window defined by partition by and order by. So whenever we use window function, we have to actually use partition by and order by to create a window. By window, it means the division, the chunks. So this is one window, for example, and this can be achieved using partition by. And if we want to give some priority, we can use the order by also. If you don't use anything, the order by will be ascending. We will get to these details also. But for now, I think we have a clear idea on group by and window function. I'll solve this using an example also. Let us suppose this is the table which we have, which I was explaining. I'm running this. Okay, we have that table handy, right? Now dbo.sales. Let me show that table. What is created actually. So if you come over here and select star from dbo.sales, if I run this, I believe if we run this, we will get yeah. So we're getting the details which I showed you earlier. 3 times A 1500. The same table which I was explaining. So when we use group by, over here I'm using group by. If you see here, select branch, sum profit versus total profit as total profit from dbo.sales, group by branch, order by branch. If I run this, I will get 3 rows for each branch because the granularity will change, right? It will actually decrease. So A, B, and C, 3 rows. And for each branch, since we have 3 branch A, B, C, for each row we will have the sum of the profit. Let's run this and see. See, we have A, B, and C. The granularity here actually changed. Now if I use a window function over here, so I was explaining for window function, we will have all the rows which we were having in this. We will have all the rows here. Apart from that, we will have an extra column which will give us the profit 3000 only, but in every row. Okay, let me run this. Okay, see total profit per branch. So I am having 3000 only as the sum, but it's in every row and we have the granularity over here. Sometime maintaining the granularity is what we actually need. And we have, so we have used sale ID branch, sale month profit, sum profit as we were using above in group by. This is the aggregation which we used. But over here, we are using over and partition by. We can also use order by over here. But for the simplicity, I have not added order by over here. We can also add order by inside this over clause also. So partition by branch will partition these things and then sum it as it has done in group by 3000 and then add it in every row. So window functions helps you to give the detail as well as summary. I hope I made this point very clear. You know, one of the cases which I feel, even I don't know, maybe some of the viewers which you are viewing this can solve that. If I'm looking for running total profit, then I don't think that by any chance group by can solve this. I'm not sure. Maybe some of the viewers can solve this using group by. If you can, please comment it. We will love to learn about that. And because every day is a new learning. Maybe I don't know, but you know, and you can share that. But I would love to solve this running total profit using Windows function. If you want, I can share that. Or let's try that. First, you try how you will find out the running total profit. If you find an answer, you can comment down, and I'll check whether it is right or not. I hope group by and window function, you have the clarity now. There are many types of window function. There are actually 5-6 types of window functions. We can explain them in some other videos, but for this video, the major goal was to understand difference between group by and window. I hope I made this very clear. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you understand my teaching, if you understand the concept, please like, share, comment, and subscribe on my channel SQL with Asif. Thank you so much.